Hello my friend, are you ready for Bundesliga match day number 6? Here are the best predictions and odds for that game day. Let's have a look what's up. We have the game between Eintracht Frankfurt, second in the standings, versus Bayern Munich, first in the standings, and a lot of more interesting games and bets. The first one is on Friday, Augsburg versus Gladbach. We have a favorite at home, which is Augsburg with odds of 2.3. And if you have a closer look to the last results of both teams, I don't understand why, because Augsburg lost both of their last teams and conceded 7 goals. On the other hand, Gladbach seems to be on a good way and they had a home win against Union Berlin. On the other hand, Gladbach is a bad away team, I know, but they are still good enough and they have the potential in their squad to beat Augsburg. That's why I don't see that they are the underdog here. At least it's a draw, and that's why I like here the odds of 2.0 on Gladbach. Even better if you get Asian Handicap 0 somewhere, it might be 2.1 or something like that, and that pays off to compare odds and bet at the best odds. The second game between Union Berlin and Borussia Dortmund has a clear favorite with Borussia Dortmund because they know that they had a winner in the Champions League against Celtic Glasgow, and they seem to be also on a hot streak with 11 goals in the last 2 games. But anyway, away Dortmund has not won a game in this season because they had a draw against Werder Bremen and a 5-0 loss at Stuttgart. So now they're going to Union Berlin, which is also not that easy as Union Berlin has only conceded 3 goals so far, 1/3 of the goals of Borussia Dortmund. But anyway, also only scored 4 goals. That's the lowest amount next to St. Pauli. Anyway, I would say Dortmund should be the better team, but betting on Dortmund away with odds of above or around 2.0 is too less for me. I won't touch this game and go on to the next one, which is Leverkusen versus Holstein Kiel. No interesting bet in the 3-way, but I have an interesting one. Maybe it's an option to bet on both teams to score, as Kiel has 7 goals in 5 games and also Leverkusen conceded 10 goals in their 5 games so far, which should not be interesting how many goals Kiel is able to score, because Leverkusen always scores 1 goal more. At the end, I think Kiel should be able to score, and then we have really interesting odds on both teams to score with around 2. Werder Bremen hosting Freiburg, both have odds around 2.5, and they are close to each other with only 1 point difference. Freiburg lost their last game against St. Pauli 3-0, and Bremen was able to win their game after being behind 3-0 against Hoffenheim. They were able to win with 4-3. What a game of Werder Bremen. And so the momentum for sure is on the home side, and with odds like these I would prefer a draw no bet on Werder Bremen with odds of 1.9, or even better Asian Handicap 0, because you get odds of 2.0. You see, Asian Handicap mostly is better than the equal draw no bet, and so you waste money betting on draw no bet and you get money if you bet on Asian Handicap 0. Bochum versus Wolfsburg. In the standings, not that far away, only 3 teams between them, but I think there are huge differences, as Bochum was not able to win a game so far and has scored only 5 goals, and on the other side Wolfsburg was only able to win 1 game, but they had really good opponents and they were always close to them. They had to face the best teams in the league so far in the first 5 game days, and they almost won against Stuttgart. They got the equalizer in the 90th and 7th minute. They also were close to a win against Leverkusen, also a goal against them in the extra time. They were close to win against the second in the standings, Frankfurt, at least, and they scored 2 goals against Bayern Munich. So great results for a team like Wolfsburg, and they deserve to go up if they play against teams which they can beat, like Bochum, and they should beat Bochum. So a win for Wolfsburg with odds of 2.2 is okay. I don't like the 3-way odds, you might know if you watch this channel more often, and I prefer betting on draw no bet or Asian Handicap 0. In this situation, the line where you get odds around 2.0 is at minus 0.25 on Wolfsburg with odds of 2, and that means you get these odds if Wolfsburg win. If there's a draw, we lose the half amount of our bet, but I think it's worth to risk it, because these odds are way better than draw no bet and not far away from the 3-way winner, but you have a kind of insurance if there's a draw. St. Pauli, after their first win against Freiburg, they host Mainz. Both teams have 4 or 5 points after 5 games, not that much. But you can see St. Pauli has a pretty good defense with only conceded 6 goals, because they didn't concede a goal in the last 2 games, and they played Leipzig in this game and they were able to win against Freiburg. So great 2 games of St. Pauli, but on the other hand, Mainz lost or was only able to win 1 game out of their last 5, and anyway, I think Mainz is not worse here, and I won't bet on each or the other side. I just would bet on a draw with 1/3 of a unit. We get odds of 3.3 here. Heidenheim hosting Leipzig, and here I really don't get the odds of 1.7 on Leipzig, because beside the Champions League, where they lost both games against Atletico and Juve, they didn't lose a game in the Bundesliga so far. They were even the winner against German champion Leverkusen, and were the first team after almost 40 games beating Leverkusen. And last game day they scored 4 goals against Augsburg. They have really great players, and we saw Openda and Češko playing very good against Juve and scoring. Leipzig should be better than Heidenheim in almost any situation. That's why they were able to win the last 3 games against Heidenheim, and they should win in this game also. The odds of 1.7 are not great, but anyway, Leipzig should be the winner here. Frankfurt is second, Bayern Munich is first. We have a really good game here, and last season at Frankfurt there was a 5-1 for Frankfurt. I doubted that it would end up like this time. Maybe it's close to this one. 2 seasons ago Bayern was beating Frankfurt 6-1. But now Bayern lost their first game under Vincent Kompany at Aston Villa in the Champions League. Anyway, they were the better team in also the game against Leverkusen and in the game against Aston Villa. So they should be also the better team against Frankfurt, and at the end it's just a question how good will Frankfurt defend. Maybe they have a chance to score a goal and make it also close after both had to play in international games during the week. A 4.5 for sure is an option. Betting on a low Bayern odds is no option at all. That's why the the best we can hope is that Frankfurt will make it close, and then odds of 4.5. Yeah, justify 1/4 of a unit to bet on it. Stuttgart at the end against Hoffenheim is not worth considering, as Stuttgart is the huge favorite, but they aren't, and that's why hands off for me. I don't care about low favorite odds because you don't win in the long run with low odds like these, but maybe you can win with the high odds I give you now. And this is Gladbach Asian Handicap 0 or draw no bet at odds of 2.0. Holstein Kiel is scoring against Leverkusen, so we have a draw no bet 1.95. Bremen is not losing against Freiburg. We get odds of 2.0 on Werder Bremen Asian Handicap 0. Wolfsburg is winning against Bochum, and we have Asian Handicap minus 0.25 with odds around 2.0 on Wolfsburg. And Bayern Frankfurt, it's a draw 4.5. Really interesting odds. And if you want me to combine the most interesting odds and bets, I would say to risk Wolfsburg Asian Handicap -1 and Leipzig Asian Handicap -1. You get odds around 7 depending on the bookie you bet. And that is all for this match day. Thanks for watching. And write down your best bet in the comments. Thanks. Do you want all my betting tips for free in my VIP Telegram group? Then you will find the link in the video description.